haven't done any vocal tests, so this is going to get weird. Seems like I got the volume right. Hello, everyone. I am PyroFalkon, and this is Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher, Episode 4. And here is Red Ivan. Our goal for today's stream is that we are going to try to bang out all of the... That's not what I meant to click. We're going to try to bang out all of the E-Class tournaments. As I said in the last episode, the way I generally play the game is that I try to have my first few monsters sort of set things up to make sure the rest of them know what they're doing and have easier lives. Go away. I don't care that talking to you lowers your anger. Alright, so looking ahead, when I started the game, I checked some of the tournaments that are incoming. And always keep it weird. And so the next tournament. Oh, I'm glad, Holly. Thank you. Is going to be not the official tournament. If I remember right, we did run a tournament right before the end of the last episode, and Red Ivan trashed it. So this is not going to be a challenge in the slightest, but we're just trying to get these done to tick them off the list. So you've got the Young Monster Cup, the Rookie Cup, just anything that doesn't have that little trophy icon. The Blizzard Cup. Ah, that's it. So we only have 3. Oh, wow, that'll be easy. Then we can upgrade them, and then we can start that same work on the D-Class. Amazing how that works. Alright, so otherwise, thank you, Red Ivan. I forget what we were doing. No! I keep hitting the wrong button because I mix up my Ys and my X's because I'm used to the 360 controller. I mean the Xbox controller. Fast forward. I forget what we were doing, what with his stats and such. It's been a minute. Okay, watering plants. That's what we were doing. Okay, great. Wow, I'm also mixing up my A and my B. It's gonna be a minute, folks. I'm very tired. Actually, that's why, if you're watching this live, you know the stream started an hour later than it usually does, and an hour later than I planned for it to start. And this is part of the reason why I am not feeling 100%, but I am feeling more than healthy enough to play some Monster Rancher. You like oil, but yeah. You're not sick of it yet, so hooray. So hopefully we can just make some progress today. Actually, that's part of the reason why the plan for today is something nice and light. That is doing those particular tournaments, because I don't have the brain capacity right now for anything too serious. My stomach feels like there's a rock in it. I don't feel well. Haven't felt well in a couple weeks, but I'm pressing on. And also after the stream, unfortunately, I've got to work on my studies, as I do, what with taxes and such. So there will not be an after party or anything like that. Oh. Chaps my ass that I can't do after parties anymore. Especially since I've been wanting to play a lot of Monster Rancher lately. But it's fine. It's money eventually. So I will do what I need to do. When was that tournament? I signed up for it, but I didn't think about what date it was. August 3, so a month. Okay. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to do a little work. I'm going to have to give him a little bit more balanced stats soon-ish. Oh, crap. I wasn't paying attention to his anger. Everyone panic! Red Ivan is pissed! Yeah, hopefully whatever he does is not that bad. We've got trouble! Red Ivan has started a fight with a wild kaiju! What can we do? Your kaiju battles wild kaiju without permission. Its stats will grow if it wins. All we can do is watch from the sidelines. Good luck, Red Ivan. Well, if it's an E-Class, we should be able to trash it. Or Ivan should be able to trash it. Ugh. I don't really like the Godzilla breed, model, whatever. Like, the tiny head is just not... Ooh, that's gonna be a tight match. That is not gonna work out for our boy, I don't think. He's got coin flips to hit, so that's okay. But Red King has a lot of defense and a lot of hit points comparatively. Oh! That actually did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Wow, Ivan might actually have a shot here. You got this, Red Ivan. I'm going to take a sip of coffee while you do this. That's another thing. I'm supposed to get more coffee in the mail. Yeah, Ivan didn't take as big of a hit as I thought he would either. Come on, Ivan, snap out of it. Good dodge, buddy. Keep it up. I love how there's an audience and a judge and a timekeeper for this. Even though it's a random fight in the middle of the... whatever. I killed the clock. That was enough. He got the victory. Our boy did good. Yeah. I wouldn't even call that necessarily that close. Red Ivan's grown a little stronger too. Okay. I forget what voice I was doing. Oh, I was doing the sniveling voice for Zipper Mouth. Right. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hello chat. Hello Soul, Taylor, Ledge, and any lurkers and people from the future and the such. Have not... I'm like I said, I'm out of it. I actually feel like I have a fever. But I don't have my thermometer nearby, so I can check. Oh, I hate accuracy being that low. Oh, God. Please. Yeah, sure, we'll praise him. You know what? I may have to just go against what he likes, because right now we need accuracy too badly. So, nope, not that. There we go. There you go, buddy. Wait, did that say he... Wait. Yeah, okay, I have to give him a different food. Alright, I thought that's what I saw. Okay, well, let's start working on his accuracy a bit. Snow sculpting, I guess. Hopefully he likes it. That was the whole problem with why I had him not doing that until now. How many points was that? Oh, crap. Man, I had some bad luck with the last couple. Wait. Oh, the log does not tell me how much he gains. Wow, the log does not tell me how much he gains when he does a drill. Ooh. Oops. Oh well, I'll pay better attention. Yeah, next week is the tournament. Let's rest, and then we'll be good to go for next week. Excuse me. When the Akamura wakes up, I will have her bring me the thermometer. Alright, let's do this. Shouldn't have any problems in the Young Monster Cup. This should be nice and easy with zero challenge whatsoever. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute... That's a really cute logo for the Young Monster Cup. It reminds me of Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, we've got twice as many stats as everybody else. Yeah, this is not going to take very long. And this will be not a challenge. But that's the point. We just want to clear the trophies so we can do the auto battles on the next run through. Bring it, Ironhorn. By which I mean, I suppose bring your blood, because I'm going to spill it all over the arena. Okay. Good dodge. Still have that... Man, those hit percentages. Ugh. Given that I like Floor and Evo so much, those hit percentages always bother me. I did not realize I was spoiled with Monster Rancher 4 until I started playing more of the classics. Alright, get him. Ah. You missed a 61, but you hit a 54? Say it ain't so, Red. Get him away from you. He's trying to... Yeah, he's trying to get all up in your grill, buddy. It's the first time I think we've been backed into a corner like that. It's alright, spam him. Spam, 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 spam. We won't be able to pull back enough to use the arm missile delay. But, that's fine. We got the W. As always, I don't care about KOs. I care about the W. Alright. 1 down, 2 to go. Excuse me. I'm very sorry. You know what, though? I took good care of myself. Ledge, I could hear Ledge's voice. I did not mean to do that so soon. I just kind of blanked, but I'm glad it worked out. I heard Ledge's voice in my head because the reason I delayed the stream was because I'm not feeling well. I hadn't eaten lunch. I was like, okay. I could either bust my ass to get done with my morning housework and then start streaming, or I could delay it an hour, take my time, and actually eat something before the show. And I had realized if I had not done that, Ledge would have probably sensed it and flown from Washington to make me eat food. So, delayed the stream, got a couple sandwiches, I feel fine. I just feel tired. And I feel a little feverish, but I am okay. I have done a lot more with this show, feeling a lot worse. Yeah, exactly. I promise to take care of myself. There we go. Nice attacks, Ivan. 2 down, 1 to go. I mean, this may all be academic. These fights may be crazy easy, but still, I am proud of my boy for getting his dubs. And, you know, doing well. We've seen before monsters can still win if they have fewer stats, so... Wow. I don't think I ever noticed his neon light show in his face before. It reminds me of, like the neon signs from the 70s and 80s, where... there are just arrows pointing you to the front door, like, go here. It'd be something you'd see on the Las Vegas Strip or something like that. I love how he's trying to talk me to death. Ugh. If I get a monster like Silver and conversing is my main weapon, he should be named a YouTuber. Like, his name will just be a YouTuber. Alright. And finish him off with a nice little punch. Or get confused. Finish him off with a punch, Ivan. Whoa, that was cool. That was just a straight roundhouse kick. Allow me to retort. This suddenly became the MMA, which is fine. I mean, the UFC. Yeah, which is MMA. Anyway, good job, buddy. That's another victory and another battle or tournament I can auto-skip in the future, which is nice. I'm actually... Alien Bolton chip. Oh, I wonder if that's the thing I just fought. Stat gains were not great. I wonder if that's because the disparity between his numbers and the opponents were that low. Or high. Or that could have been coincidence. Or it could have been something else. Good job, Ivan. Hooray for you. Ugh. Nice thing about these streams is I'm not expected to talk constantly. because I am not fully up to the task today. Okay, so the next tournament will be October 2. Plenty of time. I really like that Holly tells you a week in advance when your tournament is coming. Gives you a chance to rest if you weren't paying attention. Because in Monster Rancher, the others... 4? Yeah, 4. It's not like Rio reminded you the week before to rest your monsters. In fact, there wasn't even really a reminder. It just sort of... When you signed up early for a tournament in 4, I remember the cursor just defaulted to tournament instead of next week. So, like, that was the only clue that you had even done it. There were a few times in 4 that I wound up signing up for a tournament and forgetting, and then just not even clicking it when it came around. So I like that Holly here actually reminds you that it's coming. Alright, Ivan, we're going back to... Oops. We're going back to Mount Snowkin. Partly because I need to see how much that actually helped your skill. Because it's got to be a decent number. 32. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than, like, not 32. I thought it was around the mid-10s, so I'm glad I was incorrect. Ugh. Alright. Here, you can have that back. Your disgusting eyeball candy, which raises skill by 10. I mean, I suppose if there's nothing else for me to give him, I could do worse than give him those items. Let's buy a few. They're addictive. Ugh, I hope I don't want to know what they taste like. Back to Mount Snowkin, buddy. I mean, I guess giving him 10 of those candies is equivalent to 100 points. It's not chump change. 3 of the candies is basically a free training session. Yeah, not bad. Hello, Thomas. Thank you for joining the stream. How goes the ranching? Oh, not bad. Red Ivan's just doing Red Ivan things. He's not doing anything major right now. We're just, training him on his accuracy because he kind of sucks at it because I personally am an accuracy whore. In fact, this Saturday, provided everything goes according to plan, this Saturday's streaming Saturday is Bloodborne. I'll finally be playing that, and I've already kind of got a build in mind. I actually want to play, I've been wanting to play Bloodborne so much that I've been thinking about playing it on my own anyway. But I also don't want to go too far ahead into it. Because I think the whole gimmick of this Saturday is that I don't play Bloodborne. Like, I don't play Soulsborne games generally, and I'm not very good at them. So I wanted to go in relatively blind. But I mean, I guess that even that's not fair, because I did play, I have played Bloodborne before for 3 hours, which was not very much. And I have been spending the last week reading some tips, like beginner tips on Bloodborne. So I feel more prepared than if it was just a straight up, like, first run, never seen the game before type of thing. So maybe it wouldn't really hurt me that much to play it on my own on the side. Just to get used to the controls and that kind of thing. So I don't fumble too much. Anyway, my point is, I'm an accuracy whore. Even in Bloodborne, I'm going to go for quick, accurate attacks more than power attacks. As I do here. Okay, so the tournament is next week. So that will cure his anger. So I'm going to give him another skill candy. And then we'll just rest him 2 weeks in a row. I always rest before tournaments. Hello, Shackle. Thank you for joining the stream. Totally get looking up tips like that for Bloodborne. Haven't watched a single... I watched a single vid for my FNAF 1 playthrough. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, some games I want to go in 100% blind, but some... Like, especially Bloodborne being Bloodborne, I wanted a little bit of preparation. I don't want to, like, be handheld through it. I want to try. But some of the tips were nice. Like, I mean, because this is Monster Rancher, I don't mind talking about other things. Because usually that rankles me, but right now things are kind of repetitive here in Monster Rancher. So, yeah, like, just basic tips, like in, I know that there's a soft cap in Bloodborne's stat system, and that Bloodborne rewards you for being min-max, rather, or at least one style, a specialist, rather than a jack of all trades. So knowing that information is good. I didn't look up specific builds or anything like that, but just knowing that the game rewards you for specializing helps me think like, okay, there are certain things I want and certain things I don't want. Okay, oh, you beat Arcade Paradise. Grats. So did Akamura. She did very well. The game... so Shackle... So there's a bunch of mini-games in Arcade Paradise, and Shackle has given his high score for one particular one. I think I know which one you're talking about. Akamura got like a score of 500 on that one. She's insane. She really loved that particular mini-game. I have not played it yet. I've been wanting to play Arcade Paradise, but every time I get a free moment, I'm just studying for taxes. So, unfortunately, I have not gotten to play very many games for pleasure. Yeah, she's nuts. She was playing that particular game, like... I think she played it for like 3 or 4 straight hours. Legit. Like, she that's how Akamura is. Like, Akamura has... I don't know. She gave me her diagnosis. I don't remember what it is. But basically, she usually can't focus, so that's a bit of ADHD. But when she does focus, she hyper-focuses, and she will do the same task like 4 to 5 hours, and I don't understand it. Like, my brain just does not work that way. What's her score on the tank game? I'm not sure. Unfortunately, Akamura is a sleeper, I would ask, because I'm sure she would have that answer for you. Yeah, she had a rough day. And Nisi has not helped. Nisi has been a very hungry girl today. So she has been screaming at both of us all day. She got her breakfast. She got more than her breakfast. And she got her lunch, and she still has been screaming at us for more food all day. So, it's been a noisy, exhausting day today. And I'm so busy. It's always weird. I always feel weird as a Let's Player to say that I'm busy when I'm sitting here playing a video game, but y'all get it, and everyone gets it, so the people who don't get it don't need to be part of my life. Anyway, it's fine. Another W for our boy, and another tournament victory. So, I've already forgotten. I think there's one more in the E class I haven't done yet. And once we do that one, we can move up to the D. And then we'll just repeat it there. Just keep this going. Hello, oh god. Venexidian Gaming, thank you for joining the stream. I hope I said that right. Ugh, my brain is shutting down at any word over like 3 letters right now. We've got a letter, hooray! I don't care. What's the letter? That what's-her-face that has a sale? Yup, sure does. Don't care. Alright, so... This has been a pretty decent strategy, feeding him a skill candy every week. I mean, like I said, it's not much, but... Every journey begins with a single step and whatnot. It's always a fun game if people having hard names to say Pyro say them. Yes! It's the mini-game of the chat. Hey look, coffee. Yeah, I heard that, Shackle. I haven't gotten the details of that. I've been trying not to spoil the plot. Akamura has done a good job of not spoiling most of the game for me. She has told me a few mechanics things that, like, it doesn't matter that I know, but I was like, that would have been a surprise. I haven't played Arcade Paradise at all since that stream. Unfortunately, I am so busy now. The only games I'm usually playing for pleasure legit are Final Fantasy XIV, and even that I play while listening to my tax classes. Yesterday, I actually took yesterday off and played Football Manager all day. I just needed a day off. But other than that, I have not played very many games for pleasure, which sucks. I want to, but life, you know how that goes. February 3, okay. But I will get there, and in fact, things will settle down a little bit once tax season starts. I know that sounds weird, but like, so right now the reason I'm so busy is because I am relearning taxes, which is not as hard for me since I know about 80% of what I'm learning, but I need the refresher because it's been a couple years. And laws change. I mean, that's taxes. Laws change. So I'm having to go through the lessons anyway. I hope this isn't too far, but probably not. I've been given permission that as long as I can pass the test, the IRS test, basically, or the tax preparer test, then I can just get my license back. And that's fine. But as I told my bosses there, like, even though I could just take the test, I still want to go through the lessons anyway because I need the personal refresher, especially with some of the things that changed in the laws. I won't go into details because it'll make you all fall asleep, but there was a law that changed for only tax year 2021, so I had to learn about the change and then how it changed back, and these are important things I need to know because it's been so many years since I've done taxes. Since I played. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on, and so I'll listen to that like a podcast while I'm playing Final Fantasy. So I'm not even really playing Final Fantasy for pure pleasure per se. It's something to keep my hands busy while I'm doing my tax classes. And I'm not even doing anything that big in Final Fantasy. I'm just like mindlessly grinding or mindlessly gathering. So it's not like I'm advancing my character's career or anything like that. I'm just doing busy work. I could be doing literally anything else, playing with a fidget cube, like that kind of thing. So unfortunately, I haven't had time to play. So once tax season starts, I will have a regular work schedule, and I'll be able, and then I won't have to do the lessons anymore, so I'll actually have more time. And probably I will not be doing Monster Rancher weekly starting in tax season. And I know that might disappoint a couple people, but I mean, the whole thing is life. You know what I mean? Like, the whole reason I'm even getting back into it is because YouTube does not make me enough money to just do YouTube. I have to go back into the workforce. So if I'm not doing the weekly streams of Monster Rancher, and if I'm not taking the tax lessons, I'll have more time to try to calm my brain down and do other things as well. Let's do that next week. We'll just do this one this week. So, it's fine. It's not how I want it, obviously. If I could snap my fingers, then I would be... I would have enough views on YouTube that becomes my job without any other thing interfering with it. And I could pay all my bills and everything would be great. And that's what I'm working toward. So I'm still working toward it. Just because I'm going back into the workforce and the tax agency does not mean that I'm going to stop YouTube. It just means the channel changes a little bit. I am not going anywhere. I've put way too much into my life for YouTube, and I enjoy the job. And I'm gonna be here forever, or until YouTube explodes, or until the algorithm changes. But, promise, I'm not going anywhere. All jokes aside. How many views does one need to do that? I would okay, if I could estimate it, I would need about 3 times as many views as I get. And the reason I'm saying views specifically for because I love talking about the business. Please don't get too angry. Okay. The reason I'm saying views rather than subscribers are subscribers don't pay me anything. And that's not me being an asshole. It's just, that's the way it works. You can have 5 billion subscribers, but if no one watches anything, then it doesn't matter. There's no value to a subscriber in a vacuum. So that's why lately I've even said, like, it'd be great if you subscribe to me because... there is still a power in subscribers. It does help with searching and that kind of thing. But I don't care if you subscribe anymore. What I care about is that you watch and that you enjoy what I do. And I hope that you do. So, anyway, if I made 3 times as much as because right now the channel makes me about $500 a month. That's with everything combined. That's YouTube, Twitch, Patreon, PayPal donations. On average, it's about $500 a month, which is maybe about $400, which isn't very much. I mean, you can't live on that. Yeah, $400, because then that means my yearly average is about $4,800. So that's about right. Anyway, so you can't live on that. You know, unfortunately, you can't live on $4,800 a year. But if I was making about 1,000 a month, not even, about 800 a month. If I was making about 800 a month, I could pay my half of all of the bills with no problem. And so on average, I would need about 3 times as much as I currently make. So 3 times the views, 3 times the patrons, 3 times the PayPal donations, and so on. That's why I said it's an average. I'm working on it, but because I don't use cheap tricks like clickbaiting, and I don't spam or try not to, and I don't promote, you know, there's not a lot I can do. So the only thing I can do is make good content, or try to make good content that I would like to see, and hopefully like-minded people find me one of these days. And then we grow. So that's all I can do. I've been at it for 11 years, and I'm not going away anytime soon. What gets me salty, what has always gotten me salty, is that I've been at YouTube longer than Markiplier. I've been at it longer than... I think I've been at it longer, or about as long as the Game Grumps. I've been at it longer than Gray Still Plays. I've been at it longer than Jacksepticeye. I've been at this job longer than a lot of the AAA Let's Players that you've heard of. Yeah, it's frustrating to not be able to get over whatever hump I'm not getting over. But, you know, as I've said many times before, my 2 reactions can either be to piss and moan about it, or to keep working. And I think it... What is this? It's a drill arm, but, like, what is it? It's weird that it's a consumable. I would think that would be a combination item. Oh, okay. Alright, not super helpful, but cool, thanks. 5 points to power and defense. Whatever. So... Yeah, so my 2 choices with my frustration is to either piss and moan about it, or to just keep working and keep trying. And I've mentioned before, like, you can't help your emotions. You know, you can be bitter or angry or frustrated or sad or happy or whatever about anything. What will separate you in life from other people is the choice you make as a result of whatever happens with your emotion. You know, so I could start a vlog and piss and moan about not having more subscribers, but I don't think that would be read. And it certainly would not help my cause at all. So instead, yeah, I'm frustrated, but then I turn that into, you know, let's just get back to work. And that's what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, that's where we're at. The channel's not going anywhere. What teddy bears? Right. What? Because if that guy did his business correctly, and if he concentrated on the efforts that he needed to, he wouldn't give away wet teddy bears to just some asshole who doesn't know what his business is about. Okay, there we go. I still need to go back and timestamp that video. My favorite bit I've ever done on the show. That was good for spicing up Trials of Mana, because Trials of Mana was really dragging at that point. Whoops. Hold on. Here we go. More food. Okay. Hello, Jenner-G. Welcome back. It's been a while. I know you've been super busy and all that. And hopefully things are slowing down. I saw my last streaming Saturday. Got a comment about that. That game's a lot of fun. Can't wait to play more of that one, too. Okay, the last time I did a drill... Oh, wait. He's too tired anyway. We'll just sleep him real quick. Is that a walking fire hydrant? I mean, close enough. He has a rocket fist. I mean... Maybe that's the expulsion of his buildup of... Wait, did you not heal your fatigue? No! Why? Did you have a nightmare? Oh, you didn't heal any fatigue at all. You're killing me, Ivan. Well, this is why we have a couple fatigue-reducing items for emergencies. Just in case. Hello, Cassidy. Thank you for joining the stream. Oh, God, you've been talking. I'm very sorry. Logged on for the stream, just commentating. What did I miss? Red Ivan. Okay, yes, caught up. Sorry. Yes. You haven't missed much. We're right now, so the goal is we're going through the E-class to get all the tournaments done so I can then auto-battle them. And after that, we'll go to the D-class and do the same thing. Basically, Red Ivan is just here to kind of do some setup for some monsters in the future. As I've said before, that classic Monster Rancher, and Kaiju sort of uses classic Monster Rancher rules. Yeah, pass. We'll just stick with the candy. Classic Monster Rancher rules are that your first couple monsters will probably be used to set up your later ones. That means earning money, that means getting ranch upgrades, that kind of thing. Like, that's what your first few monsters are for. You do not train them expecting that they will become anything super major awesome. It's very hard, if not impossible, probably not impossible, but it'd be very hard to beat the game on your very first monster. And even if it's possible, I don't play that way. So you have to really kind of grind out your first few monsters to do what you need to do. And that's what I'm doing here. Ivan's just dominating the E-class for now. He will soon be dominating the D-class. He's actually, it's more now. He's probably like 4,000 points ahead of everybody else in the E-class. So it's not even close right now. Like, the fights are just afterthoughts, but we got to do them, so it is what it is. Red Ivan is your money monster. Kinda, sorta. It's less about the money and more about clearing the tournaments, because... so in Kaiju, when you clear a tournament, you can then do the tournament again, but auto-battle it, or skip battle it. Not just auto-battle, not just like your monster goes under AI control, but it functionally just throws the dice and then immediately skips to the victory screen. So it's just a way of speeding up the game. Is it necessary? Probably not. But it's what I want to do. Yeah. There's a lot of flavor text in Kaiju. I'd argue at this point now that I've played this file about 12 hours, I think I think the flavor text is a bit much sometimes. There is luckily this fast forward button that I've just activated, which auto skips all of the dialogue and also makes the animations twice as quick. So that's nice. I still contend I would like to see what I would call like a speedrunner mode, where it suppresses all the flavor text and the unnecessary cutscenes. I don't think any game has ever had that. It'd just be something I would like to see. But it's you know, I'm of two minds about it, because like for doing the show, I don't necessarily want to read all of the flavor text because I respect your time. I want things to happen. But on the other hand, it does make the world a little bit more interesting. That's actually not bad. Oh, deal damage with knockback means when I push. Huh. Yeah, let's try that one. Why not? That's a pretty decent boost of power, too. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm of two minds about the flavor text. It's fine. And it does make the monster feel a little bit more unique instead of... When's the battle? Next week? 2 weeks. Okay. It makes the monster a bit more interesting than just... I don't know. Just seeing the same thing over and over. But of course, there's also a limit to the number of flavor texts, so... You're going to see that repeat over the course of playing an entire game. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm of two minds about it. At least the game moves pretty fast. There's basically no loading time. So, I'm enjoying it. They clearly cared. It may not have the classic monster... I don't like that sentence. I don't like that sentence at all. I've come to make Pyro's breeder life that much easier. First behold a never-before-seen treasure. Interested? I'll make it worth your while. Touch it. Lick it. It'll help your breeder life. And the price is $100,000. Sure. Smells kind of fishy to me. I thank you for your patronage. Now then I must be off. Hey, wait a second. Oh, dear, there he goes. Is this real treasure? What are you thinking, Ezo? All I smell is a scam. That jerk sold us a fake. Oh, what a waste of money. Fine, I'll toss this out later. Man, talk about a shady character. I bet we haven't seen the last of him. Look, we've got a letter. Okay, so did I actually... lose 100,000? Or is this setting me up for something? Don't actually answer that if you know. I'm just like, Oh, vendor trash. That's nice. Yeah, that's, curious. Okay, hold on. Need to go to the shop for a second to buy some stuff. Oh, you've got new products? What are you selling? Dodge capsule. Oh. Huh. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, well, I don't want that, but thank you. Also, I will sell you my bone. Because that is vendor trash. And then, this is combination items. I mean, I guess I'll keep all my combination items for now. Only because I don't know what else really to do with them yet. There you go, have some candy. Soul. Hey, I didn't Dr. Mr. Bad Touch his voice now. Let's not go too crazy. Okay. Yeah, tournament is next week. Wait. Oh. Right. Okay, so we'll rest this week and then we'll be good to go. Good to go. Hey, look, coffee. I need to check my Amazon order. I am like, I think I will be out of coffee tomorrow, so that box better get here today. It's already so late in the day. Wait. Shipping confirmation. Oh, I could track my Hey, everybody, let's track my package in real time. It is out for delivery. Hooray. That's all it says. Don't know where the fuck it is, though. It has Nisi's food and my coffee, so it better get here today. Or I'm gonna throw a hissy fit. Alright. Tournament we signed up for. Let's roll. Coffee been going crazy in price. Cost me more for generic coffee. Really? Oh, that sucks. I've been noticing that price for other things, but I tend to buy coffee really infrequently. But I get fairly generic. Well, you say generic, so you mean like off-brand? Because I get Folgers. I would say most people would think Folgers is generic, but that might not be what you mean. But yeah, I usually get Folgers, but there was a coffee that I wanted something different. So there was not sponsored, friggin' obviously. There's what was it? Blue Mountain? Yes, Blue Mountain, Green Mountain. It's one of those colored mountains. Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. There we go. Has blueberries. Has a blueberry coffee that I want to try because I like blueberries. It may taste like garbage. Flavored coffee is very hit and miss, but I want to give it a shot. However, my favorite coffee, hashtag not sponsored, but please sponsor me, is a company called Victor Allen's. They make this friggin' amazing cappuccino K-Pod if you have a Keurig. So here, okay, I need to stop pinching my nipples. I need to test whether this is... Yeah, okay, that doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does do enough that it makes a difference on the bar. And if that's a guaranteed hit, like, that might make a difference. 259, 226, so that's 33 points. Consistently 33 points. Yeah, it's consistently 33 points of damage. So I hit him for 100 points of damage there just because I kept pushing him back. And then followed up with my attack. That's not a bad move. Because it's guaranteed damage. And in old school Monster Rancher rules, guaranteed damage is not usually a thing you've got. That is really interesting. Storber engineer. That's fine. Yeah. So, yeah. I wanted to try some blueberry coffee. It better be good. If it's not good, then I'm going to be sad because I'll have to run out to the dollar store and get more. Yes, that is true too, Soul. If there's a monster who's going to dodge everything I throw at him, then just getting in his face and pushing him 1,000 times. Like, if that could mean the difference between a win and a loss. Now, if it's always going to be 33 points of damage, then that's going to really not matter toward the end game. Okay, there it wasn't 33. I was trying to push him, but I guess I was too close. Or too close to the edge there. I didn't catch the number on that one, but that definitely was not 33 damage I did to him. So that's if it's a percentage, and it always does that amount of damage, then that's not bad. Hold on, where's my calculator? We're gonna do a little math here. Even though I don't usually like playing Monster Rancher that way. Let's do a little math. Hold on a moment. Yeah, it would have been good against Colt's disgusting, awful blight of humanity. Because of how much I was having to deal with there. Okay. Baru has 420, nice. Let's push. Come here, you jerk. Down to 404, so that's 16 hit points of damage. 16 divided by 420 is just almost 4%. Okay. So that means I could knock him out with 25 pushes. Like, look at that. That is, I mean, that... Oh, I guess that's the downside. I can't push him forever because I'll be against the back edge of the arena if I do that too much. But that's still... Can I kill him with a pushback? Let's see. Come at me, bro, or whatever. Come here. I want to test. Aw, let me test. Call me GLaDOS. Fine, I'll just headbutt you. You jerk. All right, so I'm gonna have to see if that does about 4% on anyone else. It's like 3.8% damage. Yes, Colt is in this. She trash talks you and has a giant mochi. It's the fucking worst. Yeah, I've had some fanboy reactions to seeing some old friends. Karnab is in this, sort of. It's like a dude who looks exactly like him, but it's not him. It's his brother or whatever, but it's him. So, you know, it's cute. It's some nice references. I like it. They could... Again, I'm of two minds. It's like... I kind of wish they had done more with the... I wish they had evolved the franchise a little bit more, but on the other hand, like, this is a bunch of callbacks. This game is clearly for people who know and enjoy classic Monster Rancher, even though it doesn't have the classic Monster Rancher enemies. I mean, monsters. Like, you know, all the references and the flow and the fact that they use the old school rules of, like, accuracy and hit percentages and all of that. Like, I get it. They tried to make a combination of an old school Monster Rancher with some new school stylings to get new fans and appeal to both the old fans and the new fans. That's fine. It's fine. I have no complaints. Okay, so we've done that. So now Red Ivan's task is to get up to the D class. Where the heck is Moo? That's an excellent question. I don't even know if there's a, I don't even know if there's, like a major plot. That is one thing I do knock, Ultra Kaiju for. There isn't any sort of overall plot, which, I mean, that can be a good thing for some of you, you know, I don't know. Like, Holly is here to study, and you're supposed to help her, but you're not... Like, with Monster Rancher 4, there was the overall plot of finding out who and what Rio is and was, and trying to stop this war, and having the super evil monsters come back, and during the course of that, you are also helping other people with other things. Same with Evo. There was an overall storyline of the evil group trying to bring back the super mega ultra bad guy monster, and you had to stop that. With this, it seems like Holly is just kind of here, and you're just kind of here, and you've formed a partnership out of convenience, but there's nothing pressing? Which is fine. Like, I actually don't think it's a bad thing. Oh my god. I didn't realize all my spices were garbage. Here, I guess have that since I have so many of them. So, you know, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm not usually lore guy, but I like having a reason to Did you just give me an AI chip? Are you trying to tell me something, Ivan? Raises intelligence. Oh. No, because you don't use intelligence attacks yet. We're just gonna hold off on that one. But yeah, so, you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Like, it's fine. Kaiju is its own thing. I have no complaints against it. Ah, there's the official battle. Okay, so that's March 4. So that's... Okay, so that's around the corner. Good. That was part of what I was concerned about. I'm like, are we close enough? Because Ivan's getting old. He's already 1 year old. And lifespan in this game is like classic Monster Rancher, so it's like 3 to 5 years. And the fact he's not out of the E class yet at 1 year old, that's a bit weird. It's a bit of a problem. So, but that's fine. That's why I walked into this monster wanting to tell everyone who's watching the stream, like, this is okay. This is the goal I have for him. So it may look like I'm being very slow and don't know what I'm doing, but I promise you there is a method to my madness. Because even the efficiency bug in me is like, ugh. I can't believe it's been over a year and he isn't out of the E class yet. The plot kicks up during the late game. Early days are about setting yourself up. Oh, cool. Okay. No spoilers beyond that, because I don't consider that a spoiler. That's a critique. That is fine. That is perfect information. And that's cool. That means that probably means I'm being too passive and I'm not pushing hard. Which makes sense. Right now, I am... all I have done, we've managed to get 2 monsters to the B class and no farther. So, I think, that is part of my problem, that I just haven't been pushing very hard. Now we have 2 monsters in storage, so we could do a combination. I don't remember why I didn't combine them, but there was a reason. Oh, I was trying to see if the Skylanders worked. That's right. Like, I think I was going to combine Boris and Derpy, but then I was curious to see if a Skylander would work to generate a monster, and it does. By the way, I got a comment from someone last week on the video. I've removed it because they mocked me for saying that Skylanders don't work. They do work. It's still an NFC chip. Like, it is a near-field communication chip with data. Skylanders totally work on this game. They don't make a Skylander, but it's just data. I mean, that's what Red Ivan is. Red Ivan came from me using a Skylander called Nightmare. I don't know. I didn't think it would work. Because they even say, like, amiibos don't work. So just last week, I was like, let's just try a Skylander for shits and giggles. And I fully expected it to give me an error or not even read the Skylander. No, the Skylander totally read. And who knows, maybe it's only that one Skylander that will work. I don't know. Maybe I got lucky. But either way, it absolutely worked. Thomas says, the reason amiibos don't work is because those have NFC tags, not the actual chip. I sort of see. I don't fully understand how NFC works. That's something I should look up. That is a very common tech nowadays. I should look that up. So yeah, but yeah, Skylanders totally work. So, screw that guy. Beauty body. That is not accurate, but okay. Are you beauty body because those are all like mummy bandages because you're going through some pretty intense physical therapy, surgery? You're gonna need some more after that. Is Nightmare a robot too? Nightmare is not a robot. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, I'm gonna try to do this. This might fuck something up, so hold on a minute. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to show you my monitor. Okay, so this is Nightmare. $54? Oh, fuck you. Okay, anyway. But yeah, this is Nightmare. It's one of Akamura's favorite Skylanders. And, yeah, she made Red Ivan. So I don't know what that means. It may not mean anything. Okay, now we're back. Yeah. So, I don't know. And I think I swear someone told me last week that, or maybe it's even in the game, that there's a pseudo-random, so the same Skylander may make multiple monsters, maybe, but I could have misread that too. I don't know. I haven't tried. Hello, Tari. I like Cinder. Yes, I think I have Cinder. Pretty sure I have Cinder. I have one of each element. I still want to play that game again. The only thing we're missing for a complete collection is a light trap. And Ledge actually paid for one. I just didn't buy it last week. But, because apparently they're on eBay for like $4. So I should go get myself a light trap. And then I'll have the entire collection. Yes, Nightmare is a girl, from what I gather. She is a centaur. Hell, we could try all my Skylanders collections if we want. I mean, that's fine. We can generate some monsters based on Skylanders and see what happens. I haven't been using the skip battle because I kept forgetting about it. But yeah, see, that's what happens when you clear a tournament the first time. You can just skip the battles. And it doesn't, like, it just speeds things up. Like, if it would be a close fight, then I'll take control, but we're dominating everyone. There's no reason for me to get involved here. It's weird tech for sure. Apple and Google use the chips in their cards. You can actually program your own tags with a phone app, but the chip is the key. That's interesting. Huh. Very cool. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. The problem is I use a corded controller with my Switch. And the corded controller does not have an NFC reader, so every time I generate a monster, I have to swap my controllers around for the Joy-Cons, which is fine. That's like a 5-second inconvenience, which means it's not an inconvenience. Raises speed. Yeah, sure, why not? He looks like a challenge flag in the NFL. We don't have enough female Nightmares. Kirby, Soul Calibur, and FNAF are all male. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I was like Kirby, and then like I had to think that's a I wouldn't call that deep lore, but that's certainly some deeper lore than I was thinking of. Okay, so Spring Carnival is the next D class we don't have. That is next week, so we will simply rest this week, which is good because we're tired. Start banging them out. I guess Red Ivan is sort of going to be a money monster. Whoever mentioned that earlier. But, like, I'm taking this so slowly that I'm not making a profit. We've got $2 million, which sounds like a lot, but in this game, the scale is all out of whack compared to classic Monster Rancher, which makes sense because everything is bigger, you know? So, like, here, I'll even just show you. Alright, let's sell this. So, like, the basic... Because if you think back to mint leaves, back in Monster Rancher 1 and 2, they were like $400 or whatever. Whereas here, the equivalent to a mint leaf, which is Ultra Mango, is 15,000. So it's like, those numbers always sound big, but it's a matter of scale. Like, the very first tournaments you run in this game give you $100,000 for a victory. So... yeah, numbers are weird like that. Like, it's always a question of scale rather than actual number. You know what I mean? Sort of like how Elon Musk looks at money a little differently than the rest of us do. Nightmare. Is Nightmare... Who's Nightmare in the Kirby lore? Was that the dude from, like, the final boss of Kirby on the NES? I can't remember now. Like, I legit... Because I think I'm mixing him up with the Knight. Meta Knight. I'm mixing him up with Meta Knight. Never mind. So I don't know who Nightmare is off the top of my head. Yeah, lots of numbers. It's all scale. Like, I mean, even the stats for your monsters are believe in Red Ivan. Okay. Like, even the stats for the monsters are on a different scale, because you can just see there with Red Ivan, the cap of everything is 10,000. Whereas in Classic Monster Rancher, the cap is 1,000. And so they just basically multiplied everything by 10. I mean, that's it. And so it's just a scaling change, but it doesn't... If everything changes to the same scale, then really nothing changes except the exact number you see. So even on classic scale... For example, when I take Red Ivan out and he gains 32 speed or accuracy, that sounds like a lot, but if we use the old scale, then he's really only gaining 3 points, which is about where he would be in Monster Rancher 2 if I was doing something he wasn't predisposed to. So they haven't changed that much, they just added an extra digit at the end of everything, which is fine. Like I said, I'm not here to bitch and moan. That is the opposite of what I'm doing. I'm just pointing out that scale is important to keep in mind when you look at the numbers, that everything is scaled up. Which, again, makes sense. We're dealing with kaijus. Things should be scaled up. It wouldn't make sense to feed your kaiju like $2 worth of food, or even $1,000 worth of food like you would a monster from Monster Rancher 2. These guys are going to eat friggin' entire town's worth of calories. Nice dodge. Come on, Ivan. Alright, let's try the push. Let's see if it's about 4%. That did quite a bit of damage. Numerically. See, that means the push is percentage-based. That is a huge thing. Because that means if I'm fighting something with excessively high defense, that pushback might actually get me through it better. Or if I'm fighting something with an exceptionally high amount of life, or both. Uh-oh, now we're in trouble. I was screwing around too much and not checking numbers. Okay, we pulled off the victory there at the end. I did not see if where we're at compared to our enemies. I thought we would be ahead, even in the D class, but maybe we're not. We'll compare against Horn Dude. Horn Dude just sounds like someone's low-effort name, which makes it really funny. Okay, 6,800. So we've still got more points. That fight was just a bit more drag-out, probably because he has a higher life. Okay, so Horn Dude has 1,030, so let's take 3.8 times 1,030. Okay, I meant 0.038 times 1,030. Okay, 39. So I'm estimating my push is going to do about 39 hit points of damage. Let's see. Let's see how good my math is and my understanding of pattern recognition. Okay. But what am I doing? Testing pushback. Come here, you jerk. That did a little bit more. 989. So 989 or 10 to 989. So that did about 91 damage? Holy shit. Okay. So, I mean, that's still sizable damage. Like, it definitely does not take the place of a straight-up attack, but that is going to add up against a monster that has excessively high defense or life or dodge. I might be able to get victory from the jaws of defeat with it. 1030. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Soul. Much appreciated. So he had 41, or it was 41 damage out of 1030. So that's 3.9%. So that's within about my estimate. Because I was estimating about 3.8%. So yeah, that's about it. So it's about 3.8 to 3.9% damage. It's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely not something to rely on, but it's good to have that in my pocket. Yeah, it seems so, Thomas. It seems like it's a percentage. It seems like it's a straight up percentage. Like, we can keep testing it. I think we should keep testing it, because that'll be some good data. Yes, Red Ivan, get more famous. Everyone must know of you and your one-armed push-ups. Soul is quick on those numbers, so she can be our math girl here for this one. When we do the next one. Since I'm concentrating on fighting. Yeah, is it dependent on monster strength? Lots of questions. I mean, you know, this is why we test. I like testing. This is how I learn games. I don't like looking stuff up. I prefer to test shit myself. So we are going to be testing. We are GLaDOS. Well, you say that this Ivan has no rocket launcher. However, he does have a rocket fist, just like Evil Genius 2. And he might have some sort of explosive device weapon eventually. I'm not sure. Alright, so I keep wanting to run an errand tree, but the reason I haven't is we haven't had enough time to. So now that we're in the D class, I'm going to look ahead to the next tournament, and if it's more than a month away, we can run a couple errand trays. Yeah! Ledge and I are on the same page. What with the science and such. That's what this is. Lots of testing, lots of science, lots of math, pattern recognition. That's how I like playing, rather than just looking up a wiki or whatever. Okay, so the next tournament I need is here. So that's July 4, so that's plenty of time. And then we'll have November 2. And that's it. So we have 2 more here in the D class. Okay. Okay, so let's run an errand tree. Speed has been less necessary, so that might be good. And we would get a oh yeah, see, there's Colt. After you kick her ass, she is an errand tree person, so she'll teach you speed moves. She's just hanging out. I don't know what those empty hearts are beneath their names. I don't know if that's something I can affect or what. So that is a mechanic I am unaware of at the moment. All right, let's do it with May. It's only a paltry $50,000. I had one of those scaling moments myself yesterday because like I said, I played Football Manager all day. And you don't need to know the rules of the soccer league or anything, but just like I had a salary cap and I was trying to fire players, and there was a situation where the sentence that came out of my mouth was, "Oh, I'm only $700,000 over budget. That's not bad." And like, that's the sense of scale. When you are dealing with a professional sports team, $700,000 is not that much money. You can usually finagle contracts to get around something that small. Whereas us piddly people, if we were $700,000 in the hole, I mean, we would be pretty good and decked. Yes, agreed, Ledge. Each of the people that we now have for errantry help, we had to defeat their super monster at some point. Victor gave me the most trouble, but we finally dealt with him. So there's someone I'm missing, but we'll find them eventually. Well done, Red Ivan. That's it for training. Jet Headbutt. Yeah, that tracks. Plus, they learned a new technique. Hit techniques are easy for any breeder to use since they have a high hit rate. I hope you'll give it a try in battle. Abso-flippin'-lutely, May. I'll be looking forward to the next time Red Ivan can train with me. Great work, Red Ivan. You deserve a nice break at the ranch. Hooray! Errantry trainer hearts fill up the more errantry you do. Oh, okay. Wait. Really? Wow, I guess I need to do more errantry because that didn't move May's heart bits at all. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Alright, so let's chomp down more skill candy. When did I say the tournament was? November? No, here. July 4. So I could do one more errantry. I have enough time to do one more errantry. Juicy heart bits. Reminds me of... It's another reason why I might do a little Bloodborne before the show this Saturday, because I need to remember how long it takes to actually make a character. We may have to go an extra half hour, because I know character creation gets a little busy. Especially the way I do things. Like, I like crafting a character, you know, when I have a choice. I already have a name, and it's going to be really stupid, because it's me who's playing the game this week. So, I ran it by the Akamura. She said it was dumb in a good way, so I'm like, alright, that's all the... That's all I need to know. That's all I need for, running an idea by. Alright, perfect. So now... So Victor might get me a new technique, and the twins might get me a new technique. But the twins are teaching intelligence, which I don't care about. So I don't like taking the accuracy hit, but it probably won't be that much, and defense needs help anyway. So yes, let's work with Victor. I like that. I did that a little quick, but the pop-up said, an official battle is coming up. Are you sure you want to do this? Because you'll miss it if you do. Like, those little things are exactly what Monster Rancher has always needed. It always needed those little reminders, and those just... I had always hoped that Holly would be an actual assistant, you know? But in Monster Rancher 1, and Colt to a lesser extent in Monster Rancher 2, they're more like talking heads. You know, like, once you know what you're doing, they aren't really necessary, and they don't give you a lot of value add. Whereas here, even if you say, like, Holly is the one keeping your schedule, and she is what is reminding you of the pop-ups, like, then it's value add. She's an actual assistant. She's, you know, she's your secretary. They're keeping track of your schedule. God knows I need something like that in my life. I would schedule an hour for creation? Okay, good call. Yeah, see, I was going to make a character from scratch this week anyway, and time myself to see how long it takes, and then add like 20 minutes. So that sounds about right. If we stream for maybe 4 hours this Saturday, because I also know you can't do anything in Bloodborne in just 2. Not from scratch. Well, unless you know what you're doing, which I very much do not. Hey, look, a punch. They'll make Red Ivan an even heavier hitter, no doubt about it! Yeah, okay, whatever. Typically the kind of person who rushes through creation so I can play a game. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. There are people out there who, if they have to do a creation, they just go for the basic default and just go. And that's fine. That's, you know, that's valid. That's 100% valid. I go the other way, but my whole style is crafting stories. I have wondered if I should make a Rain Sister for Bloodborne, but I have changed my mind on that. I am not going to make a Rain Sister. I have a much dumber name in mind for the Bloodborne character. But some of the other things with Bloodborne have helped me out. Like I said, seeing some of those beginner tip videos, like how leveling is not necessary per se. There are people who have beaten the game without ever leveling. There are people who have beaten the game without killing anything directly because of bugs and such. Speedrunners, that kind of thing. There are people who play the game very strangely. Not that I could do any of that, nor do I want to try to do any of that. Not for my first time. But it does tell me that, like, it's not an RPG, which I knew, but, like, watching a video tip about that was nice. Like, seeing, like, you know, you don't have to sit there and grind 1,000 experience points or whatever. Like, you can, if you're good enough as a player, you can beat any boss, even at level 1 or level 2 or whatever, and you'll be fine. You just have to know how to fight, and it'll just take a little longer. It's like, okay, cool. So, that's why if you all, like, are the backseating types, you know, this Saturday, if you know Monster Rancher, if you know Bloodborne, please, come attend the stream and backseat game to hell and back. That doesn't mean I can do everything. You know, and I do have a plan for a build, but, like, you know, I don't know where the Bloodstones, the thing that increase the power of your weapon, I don't know where those are. Like, I'm not playing it with a guide. So, you know, if you're there and you're like, hey, Pyro, go attack that thing because there's a Bloodstone or whatever in it, I'll be like, cool. I'll go do that thing that you just told me to do. I think that's fair, Thomas. That, you know, actually, that's another thing I learned about Bloodborne, that armor means so little in Bloodborne in general. At least this is what a video tip told me, that armor means so little in Bloodborne that you can basically wear whatever you want. Your skill is still more important than your character's skill. So they're like, and then apparently that's enough of a meme that, like, they call it fashion born or fashion blood or something, because, like, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter, I'll figure it out and have fun with it. Hello, Alan, thank you for joining the stream. Oh, cool, much appreciated. Yeah, we'll be starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. I would say character creation will last, you know, like I said, I'm gonna practice character creation this week if I have time, which I know sounds insane, but I just want to be able to get through it pretty quickly. And then, I mean, we're starting from the beginning. I can't remember how far I got on my own. I want to say I got to the first boss, but I don't even know if that's true, because I don't know what the first boss really is. It might have been Father O'Malley or whatever the fuck his name is. Father something? Maybe? There was like a courtyard? I don't know. It's been years. I think I played Bloodborne a year after it came out. And I know it's been out for like 6 years, 5 years at this point. So, it's been a minute. But I want to play it. Like, I've been wanting to play it. The entire problem with that game, as well as others that I play, is just time. It's always a time thing. Okay, so here we go. 1,520 hit points. Come here, you jerk. And we pushed him, and now he's down to 1460. And someone who is not me can do the math on that. Chat headbutt! See, it's not exactly a rocket launcher, but, Holy shit, I shouldn't... Red Ivan is going to be CTE the monster. Ah, shit. Father Gas... That's the name. That is definitely the name. Gassi... I don't know how to pronounce it. Gassion? Gascon? Gasson? Croissant? I don't know. I'm probably going to call him Father Gasoline. Anyway, whatever his name is, that sounds about right. That's good to know he's a huge roadblock. And the thing with Bloodborne, like, I don't get angry with games like that. If anything, I get a little sad. Like, for me, frustration comes out... Gascoigne? Okay. I'll still probably call him Gasoline, but I appreciate the phonetic spelling, legit. But yeah, 3.9%. Thank you, Soul. Yeah, that seems to be then the percentage. It's right around 3.8 to 3.9. It's not bad. Here, let's do another test. Zebra has 2030. And now he's got 1949. 2030 to 1949. Rocket Fist! We're destroying so many artifacts. Anyway. What was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Oh, Bloodborne. So, like, I don't get angry with games like that. If I get frustrated, it manifests into more like, not sadness. Sadness is probably the wrong word. Not giving up, but close. Trying to think what the word is. Disillusionment. That would be it. Yeah, the game that kind of difficulty usually causes me disillusionment. However, that does not mean I would quit. It would mean I would take a break. Yeah, disappointment. Thank you, Blue Draken. That works too. Yeah, so, you know, but again, that doesn't mean I'm ever going to quit. It just means I might take a break. And the way I do streams, where I only stream a couple hours a week, that actually might work out for Bloodborne, because I take a week-long break and then get back to it. Like, I do remember the very first time I played, because like I said, I've played once for about 3 hours. My disillusionment point came. There's... Oh, God. I don't know why it's burned in my brain so much. But, like, in one of the very first areas, you're going down this path, like a main road, and then there's an alleyway, and there's a very minor enemy who's programmed to jump at you from the alleyway and hit you, and I fell for it 3 times, and I got annoyed at myself. Like, I don't blame the game. I never at one point was like, oh, this game's bullshit. Nothing like that. That was 100% my fault that I kept falling for it. But, like, I need the practice and the time to get that shit in my brain so I remember to touch that specific dickhead and then slaughter him. And it's clearly, like, he's programmed to do that. And, like, I don't understand, really, the attitude of people who get upset about that, unless they're maybe younger gamers. But, like, older gamers like me, who played on the NES, that's what we had to do in action games. A lot of that was rote memorization and reaction time. If you're playing Ninja Gaiden, the enemy always comes from the same spot. So, you have to... And he might be a little cheap, so to speak. But, like, once you know he's there, you can react to him. You have to anticipate and react. And that's cool. Just, you need time to do that. And I have no time. I have no time. I have no time for anything. So, yes, I'm looking forward to Bloodborne. Legit. I'm going to have to see if... I'm sure my old character is still there, because I don't delete anything from my PlayStation save data. So, I don't even remember who my old character is. It's been that long. I was about to hit the button to go to the PlayStation screen, and I'm like, wait, this isn't... I'm not playing on my PS4 right now. Okay, so the next tournament is forever away. Do we have any errantries we can run that will get us techs? Victor might. The twins might. And that's it. Alright, sure, let's work with Victor again. Why not? We've got the money. We're breaking about even. We started this with about, I want to say, 2.1 million, 2.2 million. Today's session, we're down to 2.0 million, so we're not really using that much money. But we do need to get some of those upper tournaments. Get some cash. 73 points of power with no downside. Holy shit. This was the right call. Oh my god. 119 points of power. Oh, errantries. Wow, if I wanted to have a screaming contest with someone, I would just open my Bloodborne Let's Play and go, hey everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Bloodborne. Man, these games need easy modes. And then it would just be an argument for the next 5 hours. Damn, 271 points. Holy crap. Holly was not lying about this being more effective. No new move, but I will take all those numbers. Good lord. He's going to need a little bit of defense training now, but oh god.
Greetings, dear Pyro. I have obtained yet another item of great value.
Oh, not you again. We don't play nice with aggressive sales pitches here.
Now, don't be like that. Behold the item of the day. More rare treasure for your viewing pleasure. And the price is 100,000 on the nose.
Okay. We'll try it.
I thank you for your patronage. And now I take my leave for today before you take a look at it. No receipts, no returns.
Knizo, is this treasure genuine? As phony as it gets. I don't get a whiff of treasure from this hunk of junk. I knew I shouldn't have trusted him. Oh well, I'll throw it out later. Looks like that grifter's taking a real shining to this ranch. Probably because Pyro keeps giving him money for no reason. Alright. That's where a little bit of our money is also gone, because I've now given that asshole $200,000. You know, come to think of it, if I hadn't given him anything, we'd be up to 2.1 million, so actually probably are making profits. What does this do? Slightly raises power. Okay, eat the adrenaline apple. Great. 5 points of power. That's very helpful. Alright, when is the tournament that I flagged? November 2. So that's still a month away. We could do another errantry. We need to rest first, but we're doing fine. You know, Soul, I'm wondering if the percentage is going up a little bit. Maybe it is affected by power to an extent. Curious. We'll see if that keeps going up as we go. Yes! Ultra Mango. Very helpful. We've been using that for our monsters a lot. Okay, so let's check errantry. The twins... The twins are the only ones that it doesn't say that it would be hard. But I don't need intelligence, and I don't want to cost myself more defense. So I'm going to say no to that. So what do we do that decreases power? Speed and intelligence, so that's not helpful. Let's do fossil surveying, because we don't need intelligence. In my experience, Monster Rancher is also a game that rewards you for being a specialist rather than... Why am I so loud? A specialist rather than a jack of all trades, so we'll just stick with this. We'll do lots of power at the cost of having no intelligence, which tracks with Red Ivan. Yep, don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's do that again. Oops, nope, let's, Hello, Dynasty Girl. Thank you for joining the stream. You're fine. You never have to apologize. I don't take attendance. My mods are volunteers. And remember, starting in January, I will have work myself, and I won't be around. There's actually, there's been some talk, in fact, whether my job is going to start in December, i.e. this month, to help cover the office at the end. It's not like anyone's doing their taxes right now, but you never know, because the place I work at also does tax consultation. So, you know, if someone just has a question about their taxes, we've got to exist. The office has to be open so we can help people. Yeah, that's a good point, Soul. We'll definitely see if that percentage goes up as a result. Alright, we need to chill your anger a little bit. Wait, when's the tournament? Why do I keep not... Ugh. Oh, it's still a month away. Okay, yeah, we need to chill the anger a little bit, because it's going to get a little out of control if I'm not careful. Yeah, that's much better. See, I don't like using items, or I didn't in the classic Monster Ranchers, and I've come to learn you don't need to per se, but holy crap do they make your life easier. Like, the no-rest strategy in classic Monster Rancher is not necessarily required in the sense that, like, you know, you can beat the game without doing a no-rest, but it is significantly harder. You have to know how to raise your monster properly. Okay, so let's control your anger a bit more. If you were about to enter a tournament, I'd say don't worry about it, but that's just enough that I'm like, okay, now we're better. All right, more power and also defense. Harder but more fun. Yeah, exactly. In my opinion, too. Yep. I like raising the monsters to go. Because it's also a lot of micromanagement, and I'm lazy. So it's like... I don't like doing the no-rest, because then I have to think a little bit more, and I have to make sure I click the right things, and I'm just like, ugh. Clicking things. Let me just blitz through it. Oh shit, you're an accountant, Dynasty Girl? I don't think I knew that. If I did, I'm sorry. We may have talked about it at one point, but I don't recall. That's awesome. That's a tough job. I did one accounting class in college, and I was like, no, nope, never again. That was one nice thing that college did do for me. It showed me that I did not like being a programmer and I did not like being an accountant. I could probably be good at both in the sense of, like, I have the skill set to do them, and I'm very logic and number oriented. That doesn't mean I like doing it for work, though. Hello, Paradox Guy. Thank you for joining the stream. So far, we have not made a tremendous amount of progress for the game with our boy here, Red Ivan. However, the objective I laid out has been going very well. We have now cleared every E-class tournament, and sure. We have cleared every E-class tournament. We are on the way to clearing every D-class tournament. I think we only have one to go. And then we can bump him up to the C-class. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Although, I believe Ivan is pushing 2 years old now. That, again, is not what I meant to click. I meant to hit X, not Y. Ivan is beating up children. I mean, yes, it's what Ivan does. I'm okay with this. 1 year, 9 months. Oh, okay, he's not quite as old as I thought he was. Alright, so... more accuracy. Do you have a kaiju? How many times have you attacked Tokyo? Well, none yet, but my kaijus have destroyed my house like 7 times. I mean, to be fair, it's because I keep upsetting them, but, you know, still. It's no excuse to blow up my house. When's the tournament? Next week, you said? Yes, next week. Okay. Well, guess you're resting this week, even though you didn't do anything, and you're at 0 fatigue. Okay. A little sleepy, too. I need a second cup of coffee. I feel okay, but I'm a little tired, and my head, I feel a little feverish. Neither of those are good things. They do get that upset. Yeah, they're like Nisi. Pet me! Pay attention to me! Why aren't you paying attention to me? It would not surprise me if Nisi would destroy shit if she could get away with it. Because usually when I'm on... like, when I'm waking up, the first thing I do is grab my phone, because I'm a millennial. And when Nisi gets on my chest, if I'm not petting her enough, she'll start biting my phone or biting my fingers that are holding the phone. Or she'll start rubbing her face against the phone to make it move so I can't see. And if I try to trick her by petting her with my other hand, then she'll just still continue to bite the phone. So she knows what's up. Feels to me like no rest would be easier to pull off in this game than the older ones because of the Mandarin juice and the talking. Now, see, I've never talked to my monster. Oh, here you go. Oh, this will be easy, Soul. This one I can do in my head because he's got 1,000 hit points. So that'll be nice and easy to math out. So that did exactly 40 damage, which is exactly 4%. Interesting. So, yeah, I would think I mean, unless talking really makes the anger go down, I would think it'd be harder to pull off. Not so much the fatigue management, but I don't know if it'd be so easy to be able to... Well, maybe if you alternate... Maybe if you alternate anger food and fatigue food, it would be enough? Maybe it would be easy. I mean, I guess anger is just stress from the old days, so maybe it would be just... Oh my god! Maybe it would be easy to pull off. Wow, that takes a long time, too. That is a long animation. It's about as long as the Rocket Fist. Wow. Yes, absolutely sorts it. Push damage seems to be a pure percentage, right around 4%. I mean, it's been climbing steadily, so something must be affecting it. But even if something affects it, it doesn't affect it to enough of a degree to... Like, you can't eventually make it so the push is a one-hit kill. Which makes sense. Here we go. We'll do one more. 2030. 2030. Come here, you jerk. Okay. $2030 down to 1949. And I believe that was the same number that it dropped to the last time we fought this guy. Okay, go, go, go. Also, the irony, YouTuber talks for a living doesn't talk to animals. Well, they're not subscribed. Why would I talk to them if they aren't subscribed to my channel and hitting the like button and joining the Discord? We also have links in the video description to PayPal, Patreon, and other ways you can support the channel, such as buying my books on Amazon.com. My dark fantasy novels, One Step Toward Divinity, and The Precipice of Extinction, available now in paperback and ebook and Audible. Anyway, Ooh, I have been given an email that says my order was delivered. I didn't hear a knock on the door, but my coffee might be here, which is great because I need some coffee in my face. If Red Ivan had a cannon, where would the cannon come out of? That's a good question. What worries me is that it would be animated, but there is a monster that does have a pistol, and it seems to be Hammer Space. Like, it just appears. So, and then it just disappears when he's done with it. So, that's fine by me. Go ahead! Come closer, you dick. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean that close, but alright. You can... I guess you can punch me in the face a couple times. All that's doing is making me angry. Push! Haha! Yeah, see that dude. He's got a gun that he just pulls out of nothing. And then it just disappears. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. Only because we need to be landing something. Yep, now I need to be a bit more aggressive. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. And now Horn Dude has a grade 6 concussion. Excellent. Exactly, Genergy. Hey! Another victory! And once again, our boy clears a tournament. We'll have to check to see if that is... That confetti... I think I made the joke last time, but that confetti's got to be, like... the size of a blanket, you know? Given the scaling. Where are you just hucking all this shit from? Entire trees, or entire forests must have been destroyed to make that confetti. Sure. Alright. Excuse me. Yay, a beach ball. That's gonna get sold immediately. Because I doubt it does anything. Did you just punch yourself in the head, Ivan? Reducing stress. Yeah, we can sell that. Okay, let's check tournaments real quick. Yes, that is the last D-class tournament. So we will do the official one. And then that will probably be it for the day. Because in 10 minutes, I need to close the stream down and go study taxes. Okay. Ivan wins tournament, gets knocked out by celebratory confetti. Dude, that'd have to be some heavy confetti to knock out a giant-ass robot. Alright, one of these, 5 of these. Oh, that candy's actually really cheap. Oh, wait, that's right. It's on sale. Still. Okay, so go ahead, have that. This hasn't been bad, because if you recall, at one point, his accuracy was under 1,000. And we've got it up to over 2,000 now, so we've done some work on him. Okay. So, rest this week. Again, I forgot. I'm gonna have to have... Soul, you're gonna have to be my backup brain for this game, too, because I keep forgetting when tournaments are. Which is annoying me. My short-term memory has been compromised. Okay. Have that. There you go. Have some food. Great. 2019. Tournament is December 4, so it's 1 month away. December 4. So until then, we can keep doing drills. I'm trying to think what he needs. I probably should be working on his life points soon. Yeah, well, I mark them, but I still like knowing ahead because that plans out the training in my brain when I know how many weeks away it is. And I'm paranoid that I'm going to miss it anyway because I just mashed the A button and I'm ignoring most of what Holly says. Hey, Pyro, your tournament is up this week. Yes, I know it's in the mail. What? Check is in the mail, I said. Nothing to do with what I said to you. What? Our cat is an alien? Hi, Akamura. Why is our cat an alien? Uh-huh. Yes. Yes.
Sideways, she looks like a black sweet potato. Either slits and she's mad, or she's just like, meh. Like, what the fuck is that? Who let that in my house?
I'm glad to say most of that got picked up, albeit quietly. But yes. She actually woke me up today with her screaming. Because she wanted food so badly. She woke me up at 9. No, I know. Because she... I mean, to be fair to her, she must have been hungry. Because she didn't have any food in her dish at all. And she, like... But she... Because she never does that. She doesn't scream that loudly and climb me like that usually. When I finally got up, she ran into the kitchen and just sat by her dish and screamed. So, like, I knew what she wanted. I dealt with her. But, like, my goodness. She must have been having a hungry day. Yes. Oh, did you hear something? There's no box there? Oh, crap. I'll have to figure out where they dumped my shit. Hopefully. Hopefully none of the neighbors take it. What? Oh, it is there? Okay. Yeah, it's her food. They probably didn't want to haul up her food up 3 flights of stairs. Yeah, I know. It's only 7 pounds. You sound pretty bad right now. Are you sick? Okay. Okay. Well, rest up. Do you work tonight? Okay. Thank you for your patience, everybody. All right. So I guess we're ready. I risked doing a 3rd drill in a row, and it worked out. His fatigue's still fully healed, so... Yeah, man. Seems like this is going okay. And I haven't counted how many of these candies I've given, but I must have given him, like, what, upwards of 20 candies at this point, yeah? Which would have been, say, about 200 points of skill, which is not chump change, given everything else that I'm doing. That would be hard to reread for the people watching, but that made me laugh, Thomas. I need to, there's a reason, if anyone's watching this from the future, there's a reason I have the chat replay enabled, so you can take a look at that. Alright, let's do this. D-class, and we've already done it, so I can do the battle skips, because I can't imagine this would be a close enough fight that our boy needs any kind of help, so... Yeah, we have, like, 80% more points than they do. So we'll just do skip battles on this. Okay, so the animation in the center of the screen doesn't seem to mean anything. Because I was watching the hit points, and even though, like... Oh, okay, maybe it does mean something. Wow. Whoops. Yeah, maybe the push just means that they're in my face or something. Well, that worked. Now we're in the C class. Red Ivan's doing very well. And, still have 4 minutes on the clock. But Ivan is really showing his strength here. I mean, I'm sure if I pushed harder, he'd be able to get up there faster, but this has been some pretty good work for the day. For the week, really. Red Ivan likes it a lot. We still have over $2 million.
Greetings, dear Pyro.
Yes, sure. Why not? Why not screw me over for a third time? As phony as it gets. Ugh. Why am I giving him anything? This better be worth it. Alright, so now... I know there's a jump in difficulty in the C class. The next one is Strongest Kaiju. Ugh. That might be a little worrying. But, you know what? Let's give it a try anyway. There's no harm in trying. We will not have time to do that tournament today. But that can be our next goal. And he can keep working through the C class. Yep. I know this might be hard for you, Red Ivan, but you are setting up the success of all the monsters who will come after you. In fact, I would actually argue that if you want a money monster, it should be your second monster. Because if your first monster clears all of the tournaments in order to get them to be auto-battled, then your money monster can just auto-battle their way through it, and then you'll get money even faster. Like, it'll take just as much time in the game's calendar, but it'll take you personally less time to still gather a shitload of cash for whatever needed reason. We could even experiment with the no rest next time. Alternate anti-anger food with anti-fatigue food. And see how far we can get that way. Just for funsies. Love the team format. Only having to deal with one fight instead of a gauntlet is nice. Their teammates might just still lose it for it. Yeah, that's true. As long as you do your part, kind of thing. Don't be the guy to mess it up, I guess. Getting some good defense. I think I should work on his life points now. Because his life points are starting to lag a little bit behind. I want to try to get him up to at least 2,000 or so. Oh, what'd you give me this time? Mint. Thank you. Much appreciated. Not going to give it to you. Instead, I will give you more candy. So, how about this? Let's go until the week of the tournament. Because I prefer doing... I prefer ending, like, right before something happens. That way, I know everything is sort of set properly, so I can jump right into it. So, the tournament is February 4, so it's a month away. I theoretically have enough time for an errand tree, but then he'll be pissy, so let's not do that. Okay, let's go back to planting seeds then. I don't want to compromise my accuracy, and I think his defense is okay, so we'll just stick with standard life gains here. Rather than doing the heavy training. Kaiju are a lot bigger. You have to eat more. How about that, Red Ivan? Okay. More skill candy. Okay. And drill. Never mind. Rest. Oh, I need a rest. Uh, 4 more weeks. Whoops. He needs more food. He's pissy now. Or he needs different food. Oh, good, the birthday song. You do that. Pyro, stop yawning or me. Yeah, believe me. The nice thing about the tax guy, the instructor, he owns the company. I think he owns the company that I work for. He knows his shit, and he's got an interesting delivery that thankfully can keep my attention. He doesn't drone, you know, like some instructors could drone. But he does have his moments of droning. And let me tell you, tax law is not exciting to listen to. I know that might shock some of you. But when you hear the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA, and which is pre-tax dollars and post-tax dollars, I mean after-tax dollars, they don't say post-tax, they say after-tax dollars, you start to fall asleep real quick, and that's why I have to keep my hands busy. So once we close the stream, I'm going to jump into Eorzea with Ruin, Final Fantasy XIV for those not in the know, and just, you know, grind out some stuff while listening, because that's the only way I can get through it. Oh, God. I need my second cup of coffee. That's my problem. Usually by now I've had about 3 cups of coffee. I need some caffeine in my system. All right, buddy. 3 more weeks. Really 2 more weeks. Okay. Oh, by the way, Bloodborne got moved around because I was going to do it next week. Lakebane, channel regular and friend of the channel, has gifted me Rune Factory 5, so that's now on the schedule. And I usually try to play games that people gift me first. However, I wound up moving Bloodborne ahead because we may have a guest for Bloodborne this Saturday, which may or may not include Facecam, because we're going to do something stupid. And I think Bloodborne will be good for that. But also, call me a traditionalist or whatever, but I didn't want something quite that bloody right the week before Christmas. So I'm like, let's stick with peaceful games on the 17th and the 24th. I mean, I know Rune Factory has a bit of fighting, but it's not, you know, there's not blood everywhere. Which, you cannot say about Bloodborne. It's in the title, after all. Hey, there we go. Alright, we are now at February 4. The tournament is this week, I assume is what Holly is going to say in just a second. I got a giant cake. That sounds delicious. The tournament we signed up for is this week. Okay. So that's going to do it for today. We're going to give our boy one last Gankyu candy. And when we get started again next Monday, should be Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll continue our adventures with Red Ivan and hopefully start working through the C class in the same way. Oh crap, I also need a cookie. Before I exit, I'm going to do that, because if I don't get a cookie now, I kind of assume I'm going to not remember the cookie. So we are going to get a cookie before we leave. Let's see. Reduces enemies' speed if Guts is above a certain level in the final 30 seconds. Huh. So my attacks automatically become more accurate in the second half of the fight. If Guts is above a certain level. I like that. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Hey, thank you for the donation, Thomas, for the inevitable Skylanders Kaiju Metal Hall or tacos, whichever happens first. Yeah, probably the tacos, but I actually look forward to testing more Skylanders with Monster Ranger because of how ridiculous that is. I feel like I'm committing some sort of weird... There's also a Skylander that's broken into 2 pieces intentionally. Like, it has a top and a bottom. And when that came out, you were supposed to buy like a bunch of them and then swap their tops around. I wonder if each of those pieces has its own NFC chip. And if it does, if each piece would trigger a different thing too. So we'll have to do a little experimentation with the monster generation in this game. Anyway, so that's going to do it for this week. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you again next week here on YouTube, 3 p.m. Eastern on Monday, for another stream of Monster Rancher Ultra Kaiju. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming. It was a lot of fun. Bye. Bye.